Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I am AUJHA. This reading is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising for the month of March 2022. It's going to be your general tarot forecast, okay? I'm going to be reading with the New Orleans Oracle deck and the Muse Tarot today. And I'll be pulling just a few cards for you guys. Overall energy for the month. Also looking at any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing during March. And I'll pull some cards on finance and career, and also what's popping in the love department. I will also pull a soul message for you guys, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread, okay? So let's get into it. What is popping for Gemini? Overall energy for the month of March 2022. What is in store for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising for the month of March 2022? Alrighty, let's see, y'all. Overall energy for you guys for March. Ooh, is abundance. All right. Come through, Gemini. So off the bat, I want to speak to the numerology on this card. I know y'all want me to talk about money, but I want to talk about the numerology on this card. You got 1 and 9, which breaks down into the number 10, which is 1 amplified by 0, which technically breaks down into the number 1. So this points to you stepping into these new spaces and these new chapters that are really popping for you. Whatever has transpired in the last few months, whatever decisions you have made in the last few months, I think this card is coming up to confirm for you, Gemini, that you're on the right track. Even if currently, at the current moment, you're not feeling like you're seeing the return or you're seeing the abundant energy, understand that it's going to start popping up for you over the course of this month. And with this abundance card, there is this message of one, of course, financial abundance. So Gemini, would not be surprised if you start making more money this week. If you're an entrepreneur, I definitely can go on and say you'll probably make more sales during this month. Did I just say this week? During this month. If you're an entrepreneur, you'll make more sales during this month. It's possible that some of you might get a promotion, or you might be offered a job with just a lot more bread than you were considering. But the overall energy for you as far as the money is going is looking positive. And I haven't pulled the money cards yet, but that's what I get right off the bat. And now, speaking to abundant energy, that doesn't just mean money. That doesn't just mean finances. This also speaks to other aspects in your life. So I get that there's going to be almost like a surplus of just positive energy. I get that you're going to be in positive spaces, going to be having good conversations, going to be sitting in these spaces, in these places in which you truly and honestly feel good, Gemini. And that's really all I have for this message. I don't have a lot of anything other to say than you have good positive energy coming in for you for the month of March. So I'm going to go on and pull your next card, okay? All right, so for the next position, I'm going to pull a card looking at any challenges or obstacles that y'all might be facing during this month. For those of you guys that just joined in, welcome. This is SunshinehazeCo. I am AUJHA. This reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you missed your sign, you can catch the replays on YouTube here shortly. You can also check out other free readings that I have on this app and on my YouTube channel. I put up a lot of free tarot spreads. All right, what challenges or obstacles might be popping up for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of March 2022. Let's cut the deck. All right, Gemini. What's in the way this month? The Magician, which is very interesting because I associate that with y'all. So Gemini, 2 messages for this card. The first one, I'm going to speak to the very general main message of this major arcana card. This is the Magician card, just so you can see the imagery. But it is coming up in your crossed or a reverse position is how we're reading it in this spread. So typically when I pull the Magician card, that gives the message of you have everything that you have the abundance, not the abundance. You have the motivation, you have the drive, you have the will, you have the resources and you have the plan, you have it all together to do all the things that you need to manifest whatever it is that you want in the physical. This is coming up in a crossing position. So this does tell me that during the month of March, speaking to this abundant energy, you may be missing one piece of the puzzle. You might have the plan, but you might not have the resources. You might have You know, you might have the resources, but you might not necessarily have the plan. I'd say to turn these cards into an upright position. Gemini, you are an air energy. You resonate with a very intellectual, very intelligent energy as well. Y'all need to tap into that during this month if that is the crossing energy coming up with you for the Magician. Now, I'm going to speak to the message that I'm really getting with this card. Speaking to saying that I associate this card with Gemini energy. When these cards come up in crossing positions, that does give me this message that Gemini, you might be creating your own obstacle during this month. You might be the person standing in the way of your abundance. And I'm actually going to pull another card to get a little bit of clarity on that. How is Gemini creating problems for themselves during the month of March? Let's get some clarity there. Cut. Temperance. Ooh, okay. Might be moving a little too fast. And that is typical of Gemini energy on the shadow side. So speaking to being your own obstacle, crossing this abundant energy. Gemini, when you guys get an idea, because, and this is true of fire and air energy, you guys like to move fast on your ideas. This is a month in which you need to kind of think things through before you make moves, okay, Gemini? Because if you're moving too fast, you might jumble some things up, and that might put you in a space that puts you further away from the abundance that is supposed to be coming in for you during this month, okay? And that's all I'm going to say on that card, or on that position. All right, you guys, let's get into finances and career for the month. You got the abundant card, or abundance card, so, you know, I'm expecting to see some good money cards popping up here for you guys. So what is going down or going up as far as finances, as far as money and career goes for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, March 2022? All right, we've got the Knight of Voices, which is the Knight of Swords, and we've got the Sun. Okay, Gemini. All right, very Gemini spread, might I say. So let me speak to a little bit of a timeline for you guys during this month. And this is very true of Gemini energy. You guys have heard that you guys are, what is it, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or the other way around. I don't know what it is, but so there's this narrative here with these cards. Who is popping firecrackers? It is, what? It's February? Like, is today is not a holiday. Yo, you guys. Anyways, so speaking to this one narrative here that I get, at a certain point in the month, you guys may be your own obstacle with that Magician card crossing you. Because you have that air energy, that those smarts, that I can figure these things out, that analytical energy, you're going to come to a point in the month in which you tap into this Sun energy of illumination, gaining clarity, this sun shining light on the things that you need to know. And you'll be able to tap back into your own, pretty much get back into your bag, if that makes sense. So there is a message of kind of falling off the ball for a little bit during this month, like literally just getting thrown off course very slightly for a second, and then literally having to break bread with yourself and go, yo, snap out of it, because we got things to do. The Knight of Voices, this is the money and the finances and the career position as well. This also, because this is a Knight card, there could be a position coming in for you, because this is a Swords card, possibly in the communications field, like a podcast, something with writing, something with reading, maybe teaching, something literary, something of the sort. But you could have some money opportunities coming in here. And it could also be that by word of mouth, whatever it is that you have going on could just spread. And that's what puts you into this energy of abundance for the month of March, okay? All right, guys, let's real quick pull a couple of cards for you on what's popping for love for the month of March 2022 for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome. What's good to those of you guys that just popped up in here? Thanks for tuning in. If you are new and you like free tarot, do me a favor and hit that little plus button. If you like this reading so far, do me another favor and hit the little heart button for me. I like hearts too. All right, what is going down, or it was going up like the fireworks outside my window. You guys, it's still daylight outside. I am not understanding what is going on. on my complex right now, and I know as soon as I decide to go walk outside, it's like nothing will have happened out there. This is going to be a couple of cards for what's popping in the love department, and this is for singles and people in relationships, so we're just going to get overall general love message. If you need a personal love reading, I do offer hella different spreads. You can book with me through the link on my page, okay? So what is going down in the love department for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising for March 2022? Okay, y'all. So y'all know I'm not tripping. You guys do hear the firecrackers outside, right? Like, y'all hear that, right? Is that not Gemini energy to just randomly have firecrackers popping off? That this literally just started happening as I'm doing y'all spread. 8 of Voices, okay. And the 3 of, ooh, okay, you guys. Love is not looking too hot this month. I keep it very real in my spreads. So if you don't like real messages, don't, you might as well just click out now. I'm not a unicorn and sparkles girl. I feel that it is important to give you the real so that you don't end up in a trick bag, as my mama says. You got the 8 of Voices, which is the 8 of Swords. And you've also got the 3 of Inspiration, which is the 3 of Fire, the 3 of Wands, okay? So for you guys in love during this month, I get that some of you guys, your Gemini hearts have not been very warm, and that could be because people may have been crossing you. It could be because you're just not feeling like you're in a very loving or lovey-dovey mood. But I do get for the month of March, there is this feeling of kind of wanting to close yourself off and close yourself away. And on that part of the feeling, I will say that is a little bit of a dense and darker and more negative energy, but I get that's because some of you are going to be processing the things that you're going through, that you have gone through. And with that being said, let me tell you something about matters of the heart, okay? When we get hurt in relationships or we wrong other people in relationships, we pick up karma, or we put out karma, and we pick up what I call energetic debris and density and all these things, and they sit in our aura, okay? As they sit in our aura, we move on, and some of it clears up on its own, but a lot of us do not actively heal from the things that we have dealt with. So as you move into new spaces, you still have energetic debris hanging out for you in your aura. And then you deal with this person, and you pick up more energetic debris. And so now you got that energetic debris and this energetic debris, and now you're going into a new space, and you've got that and this and this and this and this and that. So what I get with this 8 of Swords card here is that you guys are coming to a space in which you're like, yo, I need to release and cut some cords, cleanse some cords. If you don't know about cord cutting, and what I'm saying is resonating with you, when you click out of here, after you follow me, shameless plug. If you don't know about cord cutting, hop on YouTube and type in guided cord cutting meditations, and you can honestly pull up one of the like little 5 or 10 minute ones, and they will talk you through the process of cord cutting. And that is literally just either removing your energy or cleansing the energy of a connection that you have with a person or a spirit or a soul or a place. You can cord cut with places and perspectives as well, okay? But I get that as far as we're speaking to love. You have some cord cutting to do during this month. You have some healing to do and some clearing out to do before you can even move into spaces in which you get to tap into all that fun heart stuff. Now, what I will say on the other side of this, Gemini, you do have this 3 of Fire, the 3 of Inspiration, okay? So this is almost like a chronological thing is what I'm getting here. Gemini, once you come into these realizations and you analyze and you figure the things out and you cut all the things out, you will have cleared up that space. And when you clear out space, that puts you in a position to where you have the space to bring in the things that you need. The 3 of Wands is a card of manifestation. And because we are talking about the love section, anytime I pull fire in my wands, or anytime I pull fire in the love spreads, that is fun in the sheets. So this also points to Gemini. You may have been dealing with partners or may have been feeling in your relationships like you're not being satisfied on that level, but that's because you've got some clearing and some cleansing to do. Once you work through those things, you'll be in a space to where you can tap back into that satisfaction, to where you can tap back into feeling like you want to be loved and therefore putting out that energy, okay? So what I will tell you, Gemini, this is not necessarily a month for you to really focus on love, but it is a month for you to focus on your healing, and you have yourself coming up in this spread in a crossing position anyway. So I really do think that it is a time for you to clear things out, put yourself into a more positive space, and this sunshine energy needs to hit all of them chakras, not just the heart chakra section. Okay. All right, last card for you guys is going to be your soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. Okay, so what some additional insight for Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, and Gemini Rising for the month of March 2022. What's popping for people with these Gemini placements? Duality. All right, Gemini, come with it. I have a saying, it's all about perspective. Especially when I'm in these places of conflict or when I'm trying to figure things out in my more mature adult years. I wasn't like this when I was in my early 20s. But now, when I come into these spaces of conflict, whether it's internal or whether it's with people outside of me, I try to make it a point to not only make sure that my perspective and my standing is clear, but I try to make it a point to understand where the other person is coming from. You need to lend that energy to all of the things that you have going on right now. Gemini, you've got a lot of healing energy coming up for you this month, and I can just keep it real with you and tell you that a lot of the things that are going to come up for you in your heart and in your head are going to put you into spaces that might have you in a little bit of a mood. But what needs to happen is, instead of allowing yourself to be drawn into these negative, dense areas regarding your experiences, you need to look at these things and analyze them and look at them for what they were. See the negative, see the positive, see what you can gain, see what you can cut out, see how you've changed, see how you need to change, and then incorporate that into your lives. Okay, so this is really a transformative month for you guys. I'm going to keep it very real. It's not necessarily the most fun because you guys have a lot of work to do on a spiritual level. But I will say, Gemini, if you hit this work, everything that I mentioned in this reading, you will find that your energy is going to feel much lighter and much more positive as we progress, especially as you start to round out your rotation around the sun. Start to get rid of all this density now, because you don't want to bring this into your new year. Okay. All right, Gemini, I know I had the real for you, but I hope that those messages found you well. If you didn't catch the whole reading, I will put the replays up on my YouTube and probably tomorrow. I'm done with the internet for tonight. Y'all will see these on YouTube tomorrow. My YouTube is SunshinehazeCo, Astrology and Tarot. If these messages found you well, or if you feel like you need a little bit more insight, you can actually book a personal reading with me. I offer hella different spreads, and you just got to click on the link in my profile and it will take you there. Okay, take me there. I want to go there. Just take me to that great place where All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.